Ladies, gentlemen, and others, Streamlabs fucking sucks and decided to drop us. Streamlabs, if you'd like to be a sponsor, we would love to have you. Because even though your product is bullshit, we will take any money we can. Because we are capitalist whores. Right, Gaz? Well, maybe Gaz isn't, but the rest of us are, and I'm sure of it. Michael, what do you think?
I mean, there's no ethical content creation under capitalism, so.
Wow, that's something to really think about here.
There you go.
I'm just double checking to make sure we are back live, and it looks like we are.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the cutoff was. It was during your...
It was somewhere during our Antecedently On, which, whatever.
Yeah.
Shit happens. Captain Jadek, other Captain Smeen, and that's where I left off before I realized that we were frozen.
If you want to know, just go back and watch previous
I'm not
episodes
gonna
and catch yourself right up.
Yeah, just watch. Yeah, we have... there's only 95 other episodes to watch. At somewhere between 2.5 and 3 hours a pop. You'll be able to catch up in no time, guys. And you can, again, you can catch us on YouTube, at Twitch, at Atomic Peanut Butter Group, and also wherever you listen to podcasts, by searching for DragonLance Chronicles. Also, by the way, don't forget to check us out on Facebook/Wicked Studios 11. Breaking things. Yeah, I broke Streamlabs.
You know, a great place to listen to podcasts is when you're at the gym, like on the treadmill. So imagine listening to us on the treadmill. The faster you go, trying to get away.
What is 95 times... Alexa, what is 95 times 3?
95 times 3 is 285.
You have roughly 285 hours of content to catch up on if this is your first episode.
Think how healthy and fit you would be if you ran for 285 hours.
Wow.
Hard to.
Yeah. No, you would be like, what's that soccer player? Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
That's what he does. That's how he gets into shape. And he is like a perfect specimen of man.
He just listens to all of our podcasts
while he runs, and then he just runs.
Yeah,
well, that's a rumor anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know what this is, but it is a rumor that we're starting right now.
Cinnamon says you needed Alexa for that. I'm not gonna calculate 95 times 3 in my head on a stream. God damn it! I kind of hope you crash again.
Not really the most complicated
9 times
math.
3 is 27. So
I'm not going to do it, though. I'm not going to stop and do it.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm not saying there's not. There's obviously much more complicated math than that. I certainly agree with that.
Did you see what Brominar said? He says the cease and desist finally came through. Huh?
Yeah, that was my first concern. Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
Good
job.
Captain Jadek, other Captain Smeed, and by the way, Kemchan, Smeen is now on your boat, the Behemoth. Does he have a rank and title, or is he just a passenger on this boat?
He is.
Smeen, what do you think?
It's his boat.
I think we need to clarify our competitive relationship. I think that's the first thing we need to do. Like.
Well, we ran in the same circles, and we knew of each other. Yeah.
Okay. So
but we didn't actively compete.
First actually meeting?
Yes.
You know, it very well could be. Yeah. I think that's what we had established.
So I think Jadek in that case would look at him more as a guest.
Yeah.
Guest / passenger, sure.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You know.
So.
Yes, he's a captain. But he's not captain of my ship.
Yeah, and by no means. That's
I know he's not the captain, but are you giving is he first mate?
No,
no.
I'm not giving him. No, he's a guest. He's a guest / passenger.
Yep.
That's the way I think Jadek would look at it.
Michael in this weird
because I'm sure they're going
a tiny kitten is what an image.
Pretty awesome, right?
Now say yes, Mr. Bonds. You're quite correct.
The other day I came upstairs and I had been away for some time, and I came home before my wife and kids were home. Lily, my oldest daughter, was the first one home, and I walk upstairs. Lily is sitting on the couch stroking a cat, and it looks at me and says, "I've been expecting you." It was amazing. I felt very proud as a father in that moment.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
All right, so Captain Jaddock, Guest Smeen, red-robed Sylvanisty Mage Fogsong, Dwarven Fighter Flint Fireforge, who has now lost all of his quote-unquote children, as far as he knows, because Garel hasn't been around for a while either. Kitiara's gone.
Well, Curlathon's still there.
Yeah, but Flint doesn't know that.
Yeah, I just got,
Oh, that's
Cool.
true.
Curlathon just got knocked the fuck out, and as far as Flint knows, he's dead. Or certainly missing. Zane and Zarek have totally pieced out in various ways.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Flint is having a really rough time here.
He's
but
a sad dwarf.
Nobody
He's
cares
a
to
sad
talk to him
dwarf.
about it, but...
no, this is trauma upon trauma here
Yeah,
for him.
and he's just there to deal with it on his own, but, such is life. So, Celebrity Bard, Athea Greenmist, Kender Knight of Solamnius, or Tasseloff Burfoot, and Jaddock's crew of human mercenary Vanderjack, 2 ogres, Fat Boy and Slim, along with the 10 pirates that Jaddock hired from the Palanthus board, those that shall be named later or never, who knows.
Quick, name one.
Kemchan, name one.
Xander.
Xander.
Okay.
All right, so you combine you've just, I feel like Flint has just named a combination of Zarek and Zane, named one Xander.
There you go. I honestly was just like naming students at this point. That's the name of one of the kids in my class. There's like 3 of them. They love that name over here.
It's a pretty good name. I'm a big Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan, so
Yeah.
that show still holds. I mean, obviously, it's very 90s and early 2000s, but it still holds up.
Which makes it fun.
Tasselhoff and Flint are not besties in this campaign, Artisan Carafes. Although they certainly have a relationship, but Tasselhoff really has come and gone throughout the adventure and didn't really show up until like somewhere episode 50 something, I think. So they are not as close as they are in the books.
And Tannis Half-Elven is dead.
I know you guys.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
Well,
what was?
We assume he's dead.
We assume he's dead. Yes.
We assume that's true.
We don't know for sure.
Yeah, we haven't, we haven't buried his body or anything. Oh,
No,
well,
but
actually, I guess we did technically bury his
Yeah,
body.
in a way. And that was what was Linus, Will's Kender.
Oh, I still miss Linus, man.
Yeah,
Kender
was the
Sorcerer.
one who dropped the boulders on top of Tannis Half-Elven before they found out if he was a friend or foe. Can't be too sure, I suppose, in this world.
I didn't realize he did that.
Yeah, that was a while
Wow.
ago, but yes. It was
Years
you
ago.
and it was Linus and
That one dude.
the wizard. I cannot remember his name, which is
That
weird
guy.
because
The guy who's actually a god.
you don't know anything
That guy?
about that.
Fizbane?
Fizban.
Yeah.
I
that
cannot believe this is. Guys, I did spend my entire day in the emergency room today, so bear with me. I'm not feeling well. So that is no excuse for me not to remember Fizban.
dude.
But
Yep, you got that right.
it just to help you feel a little bit bad for me. So when I do fuck up, you're not so.
Feel free to type
angry.
your hate mail below.
Type it in chat.
Yeah, exactly.
I post it on the wall and I think about it as I whip myself and cry. You could do better. You could do better. I say to myself every morning. That's how I start the day.
Whippoorwill. Whippoorwill.
Hey, you guys. Anyway, they set sail to sanction City of Doom in an effort to even the playing field. And that is where we finally begin tonight's episode. You all are on the boat, the Behemoth. You have been on the boat for 4 days and nights. It's been calm. Yes.
Can we backtrack a little bit then? Because
we can backtrack to day 1.
Something.
How about that?
Okay.
And
go ahead. Continue.
Well,
with
You're
that.
saying- you
mommy
tell
and
me, what do
daddy
you wanna
loved
do? I'm
each
just-
other very much.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then they got together.
Okay, we're not backtracking that far, Michael.
No, on the on that first day when we are headed out, through the gates of Paladine.
Yes.
And then when we're getting further up around and we're about to make that big turn and start coming down. Actually, yeah. How far do we get in a day about? Because just on the map.
Yeah. You can get, and Michael is probably the better one to tell because he's the one who got this right off the bat. I would say within a day you can get around the gates of Paladine, past Zebrum's Keep, almost down to God Nest, like a little bit north of God Nest.
Okay, so before we cross over into that lagoon area where in theory we're not going to be hugging the coast anymore.
Right.
Well before we get to that point, everyone hears the flapping of giant wings coming closer to the ship, and you see a Pegasus. You see a horse with giant wings, but it doesn't. And as it gets closer, and it comes in and settles down on the deck right in front of Athea, and this Pegasus has just like vines of greenery and plants through its wings and its mane, little flowers in there, and it lands on the deck, and Athea goes over and just you see her just whispering in its ear and petting its mane a little bit, and then it whinnies a little bit and then disappears into mist.
Huh. That's Oh, hold on. No, wait. Now that's something you don't see every day. A Pegasus that comes swooping down out of the sky and looks like it's made of vines.
His accent comes on the boat.
As soon as he's on the open ocean,
He transforms.
He just feels that it's
Into
that salt
pirate's
air
name.
gets into his lungs. And
It is.
That's right. It just activates pirate mode.
Once I'm on the ship and the rum isn't coursing through my veins no more, then it's, I can really see through my one good eye. And
That is a totally different accent than you did like 30
Yeah, I
seconds.
know.
I know.
Yeah, it's a different guy. This is a different guy. This is one of the pirates talking now.
He's got multiple personalities. Anyway,
Multiple voices. It's not really multiple personalities.
so Smeed just looks around and goes, I guess that everybody that's pretty cool, right?
And Athea just isn't even paying attention to whether anyone else is, noticing that or.
Flint starts sneezing as soon as he sees it.
Jadek is steering and he sees this and he waits till this flies away and he's like, there would have been a time where that would have surprised me.
I still think it's funny that nobody took Alphasian's griffin statue, which turned into a griffin.
Nope.
So
Had Fong Song known it existed, he definitely would have, but
He'd seen him.
you
use
would
it.
have seen it.
Yeah.
I'll give you a % chance.
I forgot all about it, honestly.
I think
I'm going to give you
it was
25% chance. You choose high or low.
No. Because you know why?
No.
Because they all criticized him from robbing the dead. So they kept it from themselves.
I'm pretty sure he was dead when Fogsong joined the party.
No, he was alive.
That would have been so
He
Earl.
was, no.
Yeah, no, I think
He was
that
alive for
Michael's
some time.
right. It
Yeah,
was.
it
I
was,
think Fogsong
no.
joined
Thorough
right after.
riding
No,
the,
that's wrong.
riding
Alphasian
the
died. Alphasian died after you got to Palanthas.
No, but I don't. But did he ever? Yeah, that's right. But did he ever use the?
Use it on the ship.
He did
Okay,
use
well,
it on the
yeah,
ship.
Okay, yeah, then, yep, you're right. Fogsong would have.
I'll
seen
give you
it.
25% chance to see if you thought of it, just because.
So we're all going to just ignore the fact that what I said, that they decided not to
It doesn't
rob him
matter.
because
Yeah.
they
Yes,
gave
yes,
him
we are.
some-
Will.
Okay, all right,
Everybody
just wanna make
decided not to rob him except for Foxsong, who just didn't think of it.
Didn't think of it. Yeah.
sure. I was giving him the
Because
benefit
he
of
had
the
other
doubt.
good stuff on there too that people didn't take.
There's quite a bit actually.
So, including the cursed weaponry and shield of Huma.
See, that's why I was saying at the beginning that he
Wouldn't have been.
a new Death Knight.
You
he
know,
could
I
actually
feel
go
like
back.
we would have wanted to take that and restore it to where it belonged.
That was already taken care of by the
Okay.
knights.
Okay.
Anyway,
Oh,
yes,
would
Smee
it
is
be-
Captain Hook's lackey. This is Smeen.
Wouldn't it
Not
be
trademarked.
like, not cursed anymore if somebody else were to use it? They didn't steal it from the two.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
I think
just
it was
saying.
stay cursed.
Yeah. All you had to do, by the way, was get it, like use the Sanctify spell, which you could have gotten from Gold Moon. And
Like I know that.
I made so many allusions to it that you didn't think of or didn't pay attention to.
Well, my character still wouldn't have known to ask for such a thing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I mean the gods just came back. I mean,
never
none of
came
this
up.
stuff. Yeah,
Never
so
came
I'm
up,
just
I
saying.
guess. Anyway, but you could have been rid of that very easily.
That's all right.
Regardless, you were on a boat. You were traveling
Kate
down past Godness. It's getting late. You saw this cool. What is that? A Pegasus?
Yes.
It is a Fey Pegasus.
A Pegasus?
Let's go. Let's not go with Pegasus. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
that's
Is that not right? Is that not how? No, that's not what we call it. All right. Fogsong joined after the false knight robbed the Huma's grave. Yes, but not before he died. Considering you're not helping. Or before he died is when Fogsong showed up. Doesn't matter. Nobody got the fucking griffin. But maybe if you're lucky, you'll get some dragons later. If you don't fuck this up. Anyway, what would you like to do here on your first night? Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to do? You got a new companion.
I think Jadek would take the opportunity to see if he could do a little pirate. If he comes across any other ships, check any information about like trade routes, that he might have, the crew might have picked up. And see if you can do a little pirating along the way.
I
So
would definitely send my owl out to
Okay.
do some recon then.
all right, that makes sense. Yeah, so your owl is out reconning. You do not see any other ships in this area, at least on day one. But as you're talking to the crew, there is a pirate named Karzel, who, when you're talking about where you're
You're
eventually,
not allowed to name my crew anymore.
I'm not naming him. He's in the fucking book. Douglas Niles
okay.
named him, and you cannot overrule Douglas Niles.
I stand corrected. I'm sorry.
He's also supposed to be the captain of a boat called the Jolly Widow, but we are fucking around with a lot of this. But anyway, so Karzel, as you're talking to the crew about, obviously now you need to tell them where you're going because they need to know where they're sailing now that they've been shanghaied. But
Right.
and Karzel, who definitely is higher ranking. He has been captain on some smaller boats, like some ferries, that kind of thing. Like he's not like a real captain, but he's captained some smaller boats. Been a first mate, second mate, bosun. He's had a lot of high level deck roles throughout his career, and he definitely seems to be more of the in charge, quote unquote, of the rest of the pirates. Like they'll listen to you, of course, because you're captain, but they also listen to him and they respect him because many of them have worked with him on various boats, or certainly heard of his reputation, throughout their travels upon Abonansinia. And when you mention sanction, he nods and say, "Now there's a port I haven't docked in for years. I don't even know for sure it's still there. They don't call that the City of Doom for nothing."
Okay.
You want to know more about it? Because I got.
Well, I want to know. I wanted to.
My
ask
last
something.
name is Exposition. Carzel Exposition is my name.
Yeah. What is what did we decide on what Vanderjack's position is?
Vanderjack was originally your first mate, just because you didn't have anybody else.
Right.
Now you can keep him as first mate. You can make any of these pirates, or you could make Flapjack or Slim.
Right. No, I'll keep him as first mate. So I'm gonna assume he's in on this conversation.
Sure, if you want.
And what's this guy's name again?
Carzel Exposition.
Just call him Carl. It'll be easier for everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say all right, and he's gonna do it like Rick Grimes. Carl. Sorry.
And then he stops and he wipes away tears. He says, "Me mama called me Carl. That's a name I haven't heard since I was a boy."
Jadek smacks him.
Oh, sorry, Captain.
I'm your captain.
I'm back
Shut
in the
up.
game, Captain. Don't worry. I'm back in the game.
And he's like, I'd probably make him like pilot / navigator.
Okay.
Since he. Okay.
Yeah.
And then yes, tell me more about this.
Well, there are 3 volcanoes. They call them the Lords of Doom that surround the place. They're slowly eating the city away. I'm sorry, what, Captain?
And of course, I think that's what they call them. Go on.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, the answer's in the question. If you got 3 volcanoes surrounding a city, you're going to call them the Lords of Doom. Anyway, they're slowly eating away the city. Lava runs in rivers right through Sanction, and there's always smoke hanging overhead. Of course, it's a good port. The docks are sturdy and the water's deep, well protected from the sea, too. There's certain to be a blockade, From what I've seen of those Dragon High Lords, they'll be going over incoming vessels with a fine-tooth comb. What are you going to tell them when they try to come aboard, Cap?
Here, I've got this pamphlet from the Sanctioned Commerce Commission. You want to read this before heading in.
Because yes, you are sailing directly into an enemy port.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to say that we're probably. I'm assuming along the way we'll do some pirating. We'll get some stuff. So I'm assuming that does happen, and we don't look too worse for wear.
Don't assume too much. It's Adam we're talking
all,
about here.
all I'm saying is for now, I'm going to go with the whole we're traders and we're merchants and we're here to trade.
Well,
that's what I'll
Cap,
tell them.
You are a Minotaur. That's helpful. And you got a human over there, and he looks over at Smeen.
Vanderjack.
And Vanderjack, yeah, you got a couple of humans, and then of course these pirates, so that'll fit. Boss, I'm a liberal thinker myself, but I'm just gonna throw this out there because not everybody is as open-minded as I am. You do have an elf.
And then at that point, Jaddix wraps his hand around his jaw. He's like, you think I don't know that? You think I don't know that?
I know you know that. I'm sorry. Okay.
And then he lets go.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and he goes, the dear captain here. And he looks over at Smeen. I'm sure would love to help us out and be the face of the behemoth while we're in port.
No, and I get that, and the ogres are good, but you do have an elf, a kender, and a dwarf on board, and then there's the lady. I mean, she does not look like the typical scallywags, mercenary type that that typically the dragon armies would accept, let's say. And I'm not telling you your business, Cap. I'm just telling you that if they come on board, most of us, well, we could pass for the typical scallywag that looking for money.
Yes. And okay. I get what you're saying. And he turns over to us, me, and he's like, "We're gonna have to. That's a discussion we'll have to have with everybody."
There's chains down in the brig. You just chain them up.
Let's stop that.
Well, we'll let them loose afterwards. But
what? Say they're prisoners?
Yeah, say there are prisoners, and we do with them as we
prisoners.
please. Especially, they're not going to argue with us there. And then we can wrap up the elves and the other guys, and and some cloaks at night when we go off the ship. Because when they come on, they're just going to come on and they'll see that the guys are all chained up, And if we don't get any loot from pirating, we just say that we've decided to come to the City of Doom looking to, find some gainful employment. Maybe a what do they call that? A marca? What's that paperwork that lets you pirate? A writ of Marquise. Yeah, one of those things, whatever the hell that means. But, we could go and pirate for free. So,
It's called privateering once you have a writ.
That's right.
Privateering. That's right.
Because it's totally legal.
Yeah.
See? That's all we got to worry about when we pull into dock. Let them on board. They'll all be chained up and in the brick.
Well, and Jaddix like, I don't. It's just like, well,
And come on, a dwarf, we can hide him in a barrel.
These are all good possibilities, but we're gonna have to bring it up to the group because Jaddix is big on letting people have a say in the plan.
And that's what makes you such a great Captain Jeddick.
Especially if it comes to chaining them up, and he doesn't want to.
I hear you.
See, these are allies. I don't want to chain up my allies, is what he's saying.
We here at Atomic Peanut Butter Group believe in consent before chaining.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just saying that's we can talk it over with them and let them know, what's going down. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe the crazy guy with the hat could turn everybody invisible. We won't have to worry about it, right?
I have to assume that this
And
being
the laughing is Jaddix's response to that.
Right.
This
In answer
being
to that question, I can do that, but
Not everybody on the boat.
wow.
Or the
No,
entire boat.
I have
No.
entire
Just
boat.
the people that we need to hide.
I do have a ring of invisibility And let's see. Is invisibility
Actually, I think
just
Janik has a ring of invisibility.
Jeddick does have a ring of invisibility that he's
Yeah.
used
Okay.
once.
Yes, it does.
two
Yes, it
rings of
does, yeah.
invisibility?
What? It
Um,
doesn't. It doesn't.
So I could
More
make
than once.
invisible.
You could use it many times you
1,
want. You just never use it.
2,
Yeah.
3. I could with my spell. I could see it's a second level spell. So 1, 2, 3. I could make invisible 4 more people with my if I spent a 5th level spell slot to do it. And we have 2 rings of invisibility. So
That's cool.
Ciderin just said,
No.
I watched the first episode. I watched the episode of Farscape last night. This episode of Farscape last night. What a callback to Farscape.
Oh,
It's a good-
loved
I like
show.
that, yeah.
Loved that show.
Jim
It
Henson,
was,
baby.
Yeah.
Well, what did they do in Farscape?
Apparently hide people on their
That
ship.
would totally help us out here. They'll help
well,
you out.
we can make invisible what we
And they
discussed.
were
Decided
busy,
like
yeah.
6, 7
Well-
people.
Well, that one.
Yeah, just stick them all down in the hold, turn them invisible.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that'll work.
Problem
I think
solved.
see, and Jack's like, see, I told you there's a better option than chaining up our allies. All right, good.
I didn't even know turning people was the thing. I just kind of thought that's something that he might be able to do. He's doing all kinds of
And
crazy
can,
shit.
and can we
I've
make
never
it
seen.
canon that can we make it canon that Foxhorn just appeared in the cabin to say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
He's like,
literally
"Oh, yeah,
just
I can
walks
make
in at that moment and then says that and then turns out and leaves, closes the door behind him.
Yeah, he was like, you know,
And,
I was thinking.
Yeah.
And the whole time he's obviously talking to himself. You know, we were just talking about that with that. No, what do you mean we can make people? Of course we can make people invisible. I'll just have you sit on them. Oh, hi guys. And then we're gonna.
Perfect.
All right. Other than this conversation, which is the seeds of a plan, I'm hearing.
Yes, yes, it is.
The seeds of something.
Yeah. What else? Anybody else want to do anything or ask anything or talk to anybody about anything?
Yeah, well, Thea would be going around and one by one just starting to do some little interviews of the existing party members regarding piecing together the story so far. Thea is learning the whole previously on Dragonlance story.
Okay. So she is binging the 285
Yes,
hours.
exactly. She's got her iPad, her little tablet. She's got her headphones on. She's just listening to everything.
Apple, if you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you're able to get, obviously there's more information from Flint than there is from anybody else, although there's different information from everybody because each one of them has experienced the dragon armies in various fashions throughout their lifetimes here. Foxsong, it's probably a little bit more difficult to get a straight answer from. But he can talk about the Sylvanesti, or I hate saying it that way, Sylvanesty. I'm going to go back to that one. And the fact that they've had to flee from their homeland that has been turned into a nightmare. You've heard from Smeen, what happened? Michael's doing stuff and he's messing up.
I'm having some issues here. Just continue playing without me.
That's fine. You're just messing up our overlays. So carry on. Anyway, we're all in different spots. Fuck it. I'm not going to move it until Michael gets settled, and then we'll adjust at halftime. You'll learn from Smeen about the fighting that the Nord Guardians have been doing. Why do you say it that way? Because it sounds cooler. Ciderin, fuck off. Sylvanesty sounds better than Sylvanesti. Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't know. I kind of think Sylvanesti sounds kind of cool.
Sylvanesti makes more sense when you're thinking of like the lineage of the word, but Sylvanesti sounds much more haughty and regal, and that's the way that I imagine this group of people, and I think that's the way they would say it, Sylvanesti.
Why not just call them Silver Elves?
Because that's not their name, asshole.
See, the problem with Sylvanesti is that then that forces you to pronounce Qualinesty, which sounds dumb as shit.
I don't have to do anything, okay, motherfucker? Yeah. I can still call it Qualinesty and Sylvanesti and feel very comfortable.
All right.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm having problems understanding where their language diverged.
Yeah,
they diverged when their nations diverged, all right? There you go.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I like Sylvanesti. I'm the fucking DM. Boom. Canon. And I'm sorry I said Sylvanesti before, because I hated myself for saying it. Then I have to rinse my mouth out with soap during the intermission. Anyway, you're also able to, to hear from Jadek, his sort of having to navigate around the dragon armies as he's been trying to, sell goods and, and make money. That being said, being a Minotaur has definitely helped him, while a lot of other smugglers, like Smeen, has been, have had a much more difficult time. Even though they're humans, a Minotaur has had a lot more leeway through some of this than some of the other pirate captains, we'll call them, ship captains, traders, as he likes to call himself. And has had fewer questions because of that.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, so you continue throughout the day into the evening. You're kind of midway between Godnest and Hargoth. Staying away from the. I'm gonna do me, man. I said, Ren, you're still stuck on this. I'm calling him
don't engage,
Sylvanesti.
Adam.
Like
Don't engage.
No,
Come on.
He can't. That's why he does it, Adam. He's the same.
I know. Yeah. I don't know who's annoying who more at this point. I really don't. I don't know if it's me annoying you or you annoying me, or if it's a tie. I can't really tell.
Like a.
All right, I switched over to the dice camera. Is this working better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's still in the wrong spot, but again, we'll fix that later. Michael, is there anything else you would like to do? Here on night 1 here.
No, I mean, nah. Actually, I'd be studying that spell book.
Okay. There we go. That's an important bit of information. One doesn't just study a spell book.
Well, the blue guy and I are studying it.
Yes, I understand that it is a package deal. However, so talk to me about where you are in the ship, what it is that you're doing, how you're approaching this spell book. Again, this spell book is very cold to the touch, I'll remind you.
Well, that's why we're out wandering, actually, because it's floating around in front of us with Mage Hand.
Okay,
and,
so you have Mage Hand.
Pretty sure I have Mage Hand. Yeah, I have Mage Hand.
I think you've used it before, yeah.
Yeah. And so yeah, it's just kind of floating around in front of us as I'm walking along. I'm like apparently carrying on a one-sided conversation, but I'm definitely talking to the Rain Singer as we're trying to, which is the blue guy's name, as we're trying to figure out what's going on. I mean, we cast several things upon it first, various forms of prestidigitation to figure stuff out, identify magic missile, detect magic.
Yeah, so I mean, as you're doing these, and I don't know how any of these spells individually work, so I'm going to make some shit up as I go along. Bear with me, Citterin, if you will.
Citterin, write something snarky right now. Here, I'll prompt him.
Thank you. So you have this book floating in front of you. You are casting various magical spells. This is an extremely powerful spell book. Unlike any that you have encountered before. What I would like you to do is roll me an Arcana check.
All right. I need to reboot this computer, I think. Here we go.
14. Okay. You know enough that because this is pretty common knowledge for wizards. Now, this is hard to say without giving away backstory yet. You know enough that this is probably one of the spell books of Fistandandalus, who was a extremely powerful wizard during the time of the King Priest, prior to the Cataclysm. So this dude's been around, or was around, over 300 years ago. And he was, as you know, a black-robed wizard, which typically in the world of Kryn, the black robes are the quote-unquote evil wizards, the red robes are the quote-unquote neutral wizards.
Which is what Fogsong is.
Right, which is what you are. And then the white robes are the good wizards. That being said, the wizards themselves don't necessarily think of themselves that way. But that's the way they are looked upon. And each one worships the the different gods, which of magic, which are encapsulated by the moons, right? The silver moon of Luniatari, the red moon of nope. Oh, damn it! I already got this. Silver moon of Solianari, red moon of Luniatari. Am I getting this backwards, guys? Somebody put this in chat. And then the black moon of Nuatari. And even during the time where the gods were MIA from the world of Kryn, the wizards and magic users still would... Solinari is silver. Okay, I think I got that right? Solinari? Did I say eventually?
Solinari is good, yeah.
Yeah. And Luniatari is your god.
My moon.
It's just Lunitari, not Luniatari. It's not a crazy Atari.
It's a crazy Atari. No, fuck you, it is. Have you ever played a Atari? It was fucking crazy.
Have an Atari.
And no, he is not Centuries. Well, we're not going to go too far into that. Maybe when we do the Legends, Sidrin will go into that. But he was around prior to the Cataclysm. We'll leave it at that. Actually, just at the Cataclysm, he was there. So regardless, this is a very powerful spell book. You imagine that it does have a magical defense system that will need to be overcome prior to just opening this up and reading it.
Dude, you're like 11th level. Just open it. You got this.
His fans are referred to as fisties, says Artisan Carafes. Yikes.
All right. I'm not going to open it up on the ship because I don't want to, sink the ship potentially. But what could we potentially do?
Now, you do have under your control a dragon orb.
I know, and I've considered consulting it, but...
Bless you.
Sorry.
I'll forgive you this one time.
Thank you.
Trying to see here, what else might we consider doing? Do I have a levitate or fly with this guy? I don't think I do.
You can levitate me.
I do have and I actually have levitate memorized.
Higher, please. Elevator lady, elevator lady, elevator lady, levitate me. Anybody? Who's that from?
Yeah, but
No?
it's only 20 feet, huh?
Nobody knows that song?
Not even boots of levitation.
Early Pixies. One of their
I don't
first
remember
songs.
Elevator Lady.
It was Levitate Me as the name.
No,
Oh,
I would
okay.
need fly.
Elevator Lady is
It's on
actually a
their
better
it's
name.
on their first EP prior to Surfer Rosa coming out. I think it was called Come On Pilgrim, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I would yeah, I think I would do as much investigation as possible without risking the ship. So
All right.
felt like there was a danger to the ship, I would stop investigating because I'm aware of how these things can sometimes work.
Yeah, you don't. And again, with your account check, you don't know that there's necessarily a danger to the ship, so much as there would be a danger to you.
Could Rainsinger do an Arcana check?
Yes, that would be amazing.
Okay. Of course, we have nothing developed for him, but if I just
Roll a d20. I'll add a mysterious number to this. I've already have it in my head.
14 as the naked roll.
I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it is higher than 14. It's also lower than the 21 that you rolled on your second one, but still. At this moment, a light flashes. Nobody else sees this, by the way. Where are you in the boat exactly while you're doing this?
Probably up near the front somewhere.
All right, so you're up in the top deck.
Yeah, we're definitely outside walking around, so yeah.
Okay. Light flashes. And you are no longer on this deck, on this boat, in this sea. You are in a wood. There, next to you, is another elf. Sylvanisty elf. For those of you playing along at home. Dressed in white robes. You are not wearing robes at all. You're wearing a very fashionable silk shirt with a tunic over it, silk pants, and very fashionable boots. You have a cloak around you as it is a little chilly. The elf that you're with, it's a female elf, has the hood pulled up over her head. You have been traveling through this wood for days. Every time you feel like you're making progress, you can tell that things change. You're not going in the wrong direction. The woods are moving you in the wrong direction. They are preventing you from getting to your goal, which is the Tower of High Sorcery in Wayrith. Again, this is days you've been in here. The elf that you're with has been promising you that she knows the way, that she can get through, that it is important for her to get to the tower to take the test. But all you've seen are the same trees, the same bushes, the same rocks over and over again.
Okay.
Does
this other elf look more familiar to me than
you know
not?
exactly who this elf is.
Okay. So I ask Rainsinger when we're gonna get there.
I promise you, I'm going to figure this out. The Forest of Wayrith is very tricky, but for those who have the power, for those who are strong enough to take the test, I don't even know how to explain it, but the woods will reveal the tower to us. I just have to figure out which direction to go.
Wait, I would think you would have gotten directions before we left. Do I remember the ship and everything else, or is this?
This is way before this.
Okay, so this.
Well, you know what? Roll me. Oh man, what do we roll? Give me an intelligence, straight up intelligence.
Okay. 15.
You are kind of between time here. So there are flashes of a boat that don't really make sense to you. There are flashes of a minotaur, of a human woman, dressed like she's going to Burning Man. There's a barbarian. There are ogres, but none of it make any sense to you because now you are here in this moment.
Right. All right. So I thought you had directions before we left. I only packed lunch enough for a few days.
I thought we became... Saren, trust me. I am ready.
I have no doubt of that, of course.
Maybe I do a little bit, but I can make it through here. And if I can make it through here, I'll make it to the tower, and then I will be a real mage.
Okay, that sounds, like I've said before, that sounds very interesting. Not really my thing though at all, but I'm here to support you, and yeah, we'll get you that those robes do they give you like a medallion or a certificate or something? Well, it doesn't really matter. You'll get whatever it is that you're looking for here.
There's a gift. There is a gift that they give at the end of this. I don't know what it is, and it's different for everybody, but...
So that sounds very nice. Meanwhile, yeah, can we just sit here maybe and rest for a while? Because my feet are quite tired after this long trek we've been on.
She looks around, and she's sort of like... just sort of turning in a 360 degrees here. And she's trying, you can see that she's trying to figure out like a direction she hasn't gone before over the last couple of days. And she sighs and she sits on a little rock nearby. And she says, well, I suppose resting for a few moments won't be so bad. It couldn't hurt to get my bearings.
Of course not, and you can have this lovely. Well, here I've brought some elven wine. We can enjoy that as we enjoy the day. It is very nice, isn't it? Those beautiful birds that are singing over there, and blue ones and red ones and orange ones.
It is a beautiful day, Saren, and.
Just relax, Aaron. It's
I'll never understand how you can just be so relaxed in any situation.
Oh, it's very pleasant. It's just so pleasant here, don't you think?
It is. It is. And she'll take some of the elven wine. And she'll say, you can tell that she's still, there's definitely a level of anxiety, but in all of the years that, that you've known her, you kind of know how to get her to sort of, forget about whatever it is she's concerned with, at least for a little bit, and relax.
All right, as they're sitting there, before you know it, he's got this very delectable treats set out, producing from his bag and kind of putting it together in a nice little, very nicely laid out charcuterie board type of thing of various elven snacks.
And the two of you are partaking in this, and she's looking at this scroll that she has, and again looking around, and all of a sudden you're back on the ship, and then you're back in this forest with Rainsinger. And then you're on the ship. Then you're back. And then you hear this scream. And you were inside the tower of Raywith. Raywith. Damn, that's tough to say. Here at 10:30 on a Friday night. And you just see this electricity shooting down the hallway. Inside of you, you're far enough away that you are safe. And you hear this scream. And then you were back on the ship. And that is where we were going to take a break for this evening.
All right.
So, thank you guys for hanging out with us on D&D Fridays as Atomic Peanut Butter Group presents Dragons of Deceit, Part 2. We are moving through the original DragonLance modules, guys. And it's still going to take us a million years to get to the end. But what's not going to take too long is our march to 100. We have 4.5 more episodes. Nope, I lied. 3.5? Are we? I think this is episode 96. 3.5 more episodes before we get to 100, where we will have some awesome giveaways, including, but not limited to, the only one that I can reach here at this moment, the Lord... Oh, fuck. There we go. I should have turned this off. I have, for those of you listening on podcast, I have the... virtual background on in Zoom, and it will not show the awesome Lord Soth Mini from WizKids special edition that will be available as one of our many prizes, some of which have something actually to do with Dragonlance, others have stuff to do with D&D 5e, D&D 3.0, which you can also use for 3.5. So check that out. Hang out with us as we go on to 100. We're already, by the way, by far the longest running Dragonlance live play in the history of Dragonlance live plays, at least on YouTube that I can find. So there are some qualifiers there. So check that out. And also, don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back for this episode in just a few moments. We'll be right back.
That's
Katz's Deli in Thailand. Yeah, that would be a great way. By the way, with that, we are live. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and others. If you have not been to Katz's Deli, which is still there in Alphabet City, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, I used to live down the street from that place. That was lovely. I loved Katz's.
Anyway, check it out. Really good deli if you're in New York. And speaking of Alphabet City, that's where we spent a lot of our time in when we played our Marvel Superheroes game, because Will wanted a place in the 1980s where would be a good 1985 New York City place, and Kim Chan and I decided the worst place to go in New York City at the time was Alphabet City, and that's where we should play our game.
It was good times.
That was great. We got to get back to that when we're done with this eventually, which will be like in 16 years.
There you go.
We're never going to be done with this. Are you kidding me? We should just pick a day and make it.
Just do Marvel on time. Marvel 2. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
Because this is
Come on, guys.
It's been a schedule thing.
Right. So let's make a more chaotic schedule by adding another stream
another day. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Anyway,
so there it is.
Back to business.
There it is. There's our problem.
All right. So anyway, you all here, and by you all, I'm talking about everybody other than Foxsong, hears a blood-curdling scream that does not sound like Foxsong, but is definitely coming from Foxsong's place on the boat over in the what do you call the bow? That's the
bow.
The bow of the boat.
The front of the boat.
Yeah.
The front. Yeah.
And then you hear a thud.
That's not good.
Yeah. Go see what's going on.
Now, if I was downstairs, did I hear it?
No.
Probably the scream.
This is the scream you would have heard, but not the thud. 'Cause this is a huge fucking boat. This is an ogre, half giant boat here.
I'll definitely go out topside to see what's going on.
Foxsong, you open your eyes and you see the.
Oh, they're home. Go for it. They're home.
Your dog finally. We'll get back to your wife.
He's finally going to be happy.
That's all she needed.
Yep.
Finally get away from you.
Yes,
and to the person she really loves.
Oh boy.
So you open your eyes and you see POV of all of these faces staring down at you. You see Flint. You see Athea. Athea, is that your name?
Yeah.
You see Captain Jadek. Eventually, you see Smeen sort of move in, and
looking over somebody's shoulder.
Then Flesh of White, and you are back. You are standing in a hallway, a stone hallway, that you recognize as the inside of the Tower of Sorcery and Raywith. Wayreth. Thank you. I have a hard time with that one tonight. And so Sidrid, when he was talking about my speech impediment for Sylvanesty, no, that was by choice. Wayreth, that speech impediment is accidental and natural. And you are standing next to an older man, white hair, white beard, white robes. You recognize him as the great wizard Par-Salian. And as you are about to run toward the screaming and toward this electricity, this lightning flashing down the hallway in front of you, he grabs you and says, "She needs to accomplish this on her own."
Okay. And then I kind of pull away and I'm like, but she's injured. She's probably hurt. We need to go assist her.
No.
Well, if you're too much of a coward to do so, I'll go myself.
You start to run, and then you feel yourself slowing down to a point where you just cannot move any longer. And Parsalian slowly walks up to you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, and he says, "My boy, you don't understand. She needs to do this on her own."
I'm almost like frantic at that point. I'm like, no, we need to go.
And then a flash of white, and you are sitting up on the deck. The rest of your crew around you.
I'd imagine I'm still like threshing or whatnot.
Absolutely. They're trying to. You guys see all of a sudden he's like been thrashing. You guys are trying to sort of hold him down and sort of calm him down to no avail. He's like a wild animal at this point.
Is he running around?
Nope,
or
he's
just
on
in
the ground
place?
still.
Like,
Like he is still on the ground.
okay.
So it is easier for you to sort of like try to pin him to the ground, but he is struggling mightily.
Okay, I'm gonna
Let
cast
me go,
Calm
Parsley,
Emotions.
you got no whatever your name was.
All right.
I think between all the buff dudes around here, he's pretty held down.
Right, and they're all half naked and sweaty.
Oiled, not
Oh, sorry,
oiled.
What does Calm Emotions do, and what does my
Not a whaling ship. Will
It
Not a
suppresses
whaling
strong emotions. So
It
gotta
can
make
be.
a charisma saving throw, and if they fail the saving throw, then
Counter spell.
Ooh. I don't know how that works either. Somebody help me out with all of this magic bullshit. I like playing rogues and
It's
barbarians.
second level, so it's immediately
Yeah.
dispelled.
yeah, it's only a second level spell.
So you try to, and so what do you do, Athea, to try to, as you're casting a spell to calm him down?
Well, she starts just you hear her just starts humming this very soft, soothing melody, and she reaches over her shoulder and she pulls over her lyre, and she's just strumming it very gently, and just trying to look as very non-threatening, and then just seems very shocked when the counter spell happens and the spell dissipates. She was not expecting that.
And I'm just like, you will not stop me again, Parcel, whatever your name was.
Parsalian.
Parsalian. As I'm still kind of looking around in confusion.
There's no Parsalian here. Fog Song?
Where am I now? Oh, it's you people again.
And a flash of white. And you are back in the forest of Wayrith. This time you are walking, and in the distance you see this tall stone tower. And it is nondescript, really. It's probably about, only 4 or 5 stories. And all of a sudden, Rainsinger looks at you and she gives you a hug and she says, "We found it. We found it." Now, it has been probably 2 weeks that you have been searching through this forest. And at some point, all of a sudden, it opened up.
Well, it's a good thing, too. I was running low on these delectable treats I brought along. Aren't they quite just lovely? We should sit and have a picnic first before we go in. Would really just hate to rush our time here together. I've been so enjoying these past couple of weeks that well, I know, dear, but let us sit and relax one last time.
She smiles. One last treat.
Oh, absolutely. And gets the whole thing out again.
A flash of white. You hear a scream. You see down the corridor Rainsinger fall. You cannot move. You are still in Parsalian's spell, or withheld within his spell.
And I'm cursing him.
You
either
see,
verbally or mentally.
you see her look at you. She is bloody, ashen. She tries to hold her hand out to you, and there's a flash of white, and you are back at that picnic, right before you entered that, the tower. And she says to you, "What do you think the test will be like?"
Well, I'm sure you'll do just fine. You're such a talented. Matter of fact, but you passed me that jam again. I love it when you just float that over to me. That's
And
such
she casts Mage Hand and pick up the jam and floats it over towards you. And she says,
you're such a talented wizard. They'll probably make you in charge of the place when you're done.
"I don't know. Do you really think I'm ready? I feel like most of what I do is parlor tricks, things to entertain children."
Oh no, no one is better than you, obviously.
There's a flash of white. She is lying on the ground, bloodied. Fogsong?
Still can't move, I assume.
Can't move. And you see behind her is another elf. Roll me, let's just say nature check.
Alrighty. Not awful. Cool. 25 crit.
Not only do you recognize this as a Sylvanisty elf, you recognize this elf as one called Dalamar. He is young. He is powerful. And you and your friends, who are all roughly the same age, know him and call him Dalamar the Dark. It has been a long time since he has been in Sylvanisty. He left maybe 30 years prior to the occupation of the Green Dragon armies. The elves have not been very supportive of magic and magic use historically, and certainly anyone who would wear the black robes is instantly considered a dark elf, and not anyone that would be welcome in Sylvanisty, Qualinesti, and anywhere that the elves would go. He would be shunned by his people. And he looks at you. And he gives what looks like a sorrowful smile. And you hear Rainsinger cry out again, "Saren?" And then he looks at her and lets out just this shocking lightning blast. And you know that she is gone. Then there's a white flash, and you are back on the ship. The others are trying to restrain you. What do you do?
At this point, probably sobbing, as all this is like fresh again. All of these buried emotions, buried memories are all fresh and raw once more.
Do you continue to fight, or do you succumb to their...
I just like basically roar at them to leave me alone, and I stopped myself from casting anything harmful.
And as you're debating on what to cast, you see the blue guy. And the blue guy puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "It's okay, Saren."
But it's not. It's not at all.
It's okay.
I couldn't do anything. I was held in place. If I could have moved, I could have tackled him. I could have pummeled him with my fists.
Together, we are stronger.
Yes, you keep saying that.
Together, we are stronger.
We should continue this discussion without an audience, I would think.
And you guys all hear just this one part of the conversation. You just hear it. Yeah.
So what I watched...
That's nothing new, right? He's just, it's like...
Right. The rest
Now-
of this is new. The conversation part maybe isn't, but the rest of it is definitely weird.
Well, I think most of us think he's nuts anyway. Now it's
When I
just
watched-
obviously manifesting in anger. So
When I watched Dalamar murder you, I swore revenge upon the Dark Elf. I don't know why I just witnessed it once again. If he's close, or something else triggered it, I do not understand exactly. The spell book, perhaps? What are you all looking at anyway?
well, you were freaking out and flailing and talking.
I
and-
wasn't doing anything that I did not intend to do.
Okay, so you decided to flail around like you were, I don't know, having a fit.
Is Dalamar a notable name?
No, not to you,
is-
not to anybody.
Definitely
Even
not
with
to
my
me.
my
You know
extensive
what? You are a
knowledge?
bard. I will give you. It's going to be a high DC, but I will give you a history check.
Okay. My history is not very good. Hey, a 20.
Good.
You've heard of the name Dalamar as a dark elf of the Sylvanisty, meaning, of course, that it is somebody who's been practicing magic and wearing the black robes. Really, all you know. It's not a well-known name. Otherwise, you would know all about it. Like, you would know all about, like, Fistan Tandalus, for example. But this particular elf, most people wouldn't have heard of, but you talk to so many people, and there's a lot of people coming in and out of Palanthus and also other cities that you've been in as you've performed, that you know of him. You know him to be a very handsome elf who wears the black robes and is therefore shunned by his people. But that's it.
You may have also heard the name Parsalian then, who I also mentioned.
He did yell Parsalian.
Oh,
Parsalian,
then, okay, yeah.
Parsalian you would know without even rolling. Well, the rest of you wouldn't, but for Thea would. Parsalian is the head of the White Robes. So each of the factions, the white, the red, and the black, have their own, leader, basically. So there's, and then the three are basically in charge of, together, of the wizards. They run the Towers of High Sorcery, of which there are not too many known still. There's the Tower of Wayrith, which has...
Hey, you did it that time.
Thank you. I know. I got pretty good at that one. I need to not think about it. I need to just say it.
Just say it, yeah.
And which is in the Forest of Wayrith, that only allows those who it deems... what's the word I'm looking for? Not appropriate, but worthy to enter. There is the Tower of High Sorcery in Palanthus, which no one can get to, because in order to get through that, and you would know this without hesitation at all, Thea, in order to get through the Shoikin Grove is impossible because of the horrors that it pertains. So Wayrith and Paletha is the only ones left, I think. I think you're right, Citterin. In this case, we agree. We've been at odds all night! But I think you're right on this one, because I don't think there's anyone else that you would know about. Yeah, I don't think there was anyone else others that you know about. So those are the two that you would know about. So again, you have Palanthus, which nobody goes to, and Wayrith, which is basically the only working tower that you know of. And Parsalian is the head of the White Robes. Okay,
so yeah, what I know is Parsalian, leader of the Goody Two Shoes Wizards.
Yep.
Dalamar, Dark Elf, exiled for being hot or something like that.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Other than that, everything else you've heard him mumble has been bullshit or nonsense.
Fair enough.
As far as you can tell.
And I'm sure I said Rainsinger's name a few times. Which
yes, and now Rainsinger, you have heard that name before as the name of the blue guy.
Right.
All right. Yes, we will get to that one, but not anywhere near in the future. But yes,
nothing blew up. Going back to take my nap.
Yes, it would be best if you did that. Go take your nap. I'm gonna look in this spell book some more.
You can open it.
I mage hand it open.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Let's get over here. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that into a 10.
Yeah, it's worse.
Well, no, I've turned my roll into a 10.
Oh, so 14?
Because I have magical balance.
Got it. Yeah. You start looking at this, and the words sort of leave the page and sort of swirl around your head. The blue guy puts his hand on your shoulder again and says, "Close the book. We can't do this. We can't do this yet. Close the book."
What is anyone else who's still there seeing at this point?
You see Fogsong open the book with Mage Hand. So basically the book opens on its own as far as you can tell. And then you see like Fogsong, like it's almost cartoonish as his eyes open like wider than they should.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as if he freezes in place, although he is moving, but there is like any color that is in his face drains.
But I do.
What was that?
I was gonna say I do yell something here, but
Go ahead, yell something. What do you got?
I'm like, what do you mean this isn't the time? We had this vision for a reason. If that Dalamar or that Parsalian is present, I will annihilate both of them. I blame them for your murder.
Do you keep the book open?
Well, I see if she responds.
She says, "It is too powerful right now."
Very well. I will concede to your wisdom and experience.
And with that, the blue guy walks over. Now, none of you see this, but all you guys see here, anybody who's watching, is the book shut. Roll me another saving throw. And yes, LaDonna is in charge of the Black Robes right now. It is not Dalamar at this point.
See,
I'm not picking up names out of the hat. I'm using it specifically. I use Dalamar specifically. I'm giving him more of a backstory because he just shows up at the end of this shit. I'm getting him ingrained early on, dude.
I'm inspiration pointing that or hero pointing that.
Yeah, you're gonna want to. 21 is what you want. Yeah, you needed a 20. The book shuts, and you feel a release. You almost feel like if you continued to look at this, you would have been driven mad. So you're going to need to find a better way of opening up this book and reading it.
All right. I kind of glance at whoever might still be standing around and just say, yeah, it was some curse of Fistandulus. Don't worry about it. Means nothing.
That doesn't sound like it means nothing. Fistandulus is quite a... I'm not sure you should be messing with something like that.
Nah, we'll be fine. Next time we won't be on this boat where we could sink.
I guess being a little more cautious with it is probably a good idea.
Bah, what do you know of such things?
You're right. You clearly know more about it than I am, and I'm sorry for interfering.
That's quite all right. You attempted to do something to me earlier.
I was merely trying to soothe your emotions a little bit. You seemed very agitated.
I just witnessed a murder, so I think I have an excuse.
I'm not saying you shouldn't have been agitated. I was just trying to help. I'm sorry that made things worse.
It did not. You are
Good, though.
receiving gratitude.
You just wouldn't
Appreciate it.
recognize it as such, but
Yes, I'm being nice. What do you think this is?
hey, fucker.
I've been nicer. Yeah, well, that was before, wasn't it now?
The thing is just smiling, nodding.
I think I brought a barrel of elven wine on board.
A barrel. He did bring a barrel. You did, as a matter of fact.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, you did what now?
He brought yes.
I brought a barrel of elven wine on board. I said, let's break it out.
No, that's a wonderful idea. What vintage did you bring along?
The only thing I could find in that forsaken place we just left. Not the best, but at least it's good enough.
The thing is like just keeping her mouth shut. Mm-hmm.
All right. You continue on. Anything else you want to do for today?
Apparently, we're getting drunk on elven wine.
You guys are getting drunk enough of wine tonight. Yeah.
A fog song is anyway.
So the days passed, and as you move, whoops, that's not where you move. Now I'm just making you bigger for some reason. Roll 20. If you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. Oh, for fuck's sake. Thank you, Chris Andrew, for cheering 100 bits.
How's that?
To Michael, and he says, Michael going
Huzzah.
evil would be an amazing plot twist.
Thank you.
Because there has been a lot of chat in the chat about Raceland and Zane and Fistandulus. So Raceland and Zarek are not really Raceland and Karaman. Although Raceland has definitely has a connection to Zane. That being said, for those of you who have read the novels, there's obviously a connection between Raceland and Fistandulus. That connection is not the same here in this in these modules as we play this game as it is in the books, although there is some similarities.
Can you say Fistandantulus one more time?
Fistandantulus.
I feel like you're switching the D and the T.
I probably am every time I'm saying it.
Yeah.
But fuck it, he's not a real person, so what the fuck do I
That's
care?
fine. Yeah.
Fistandantulus. I believe.
Fistandantulus. No, now you've got me saying it that way.
Isn't it? I think it's Fistandantulus. Or is it
No, it's
Fistandantulus?
That's it.
Is
That's
it Fistandantulus?
Yes. There's a D in the middle. There's 2 T's and a D in the middle. Fistandantulus.
Whatever. It's however I say it. I'm the fucking DM. So
There you go.
and it changes.
That's true. It is. It is Fist and Dan. Yeah.
Fist and Dan.
Fist and Dan.
Fist and Dan. Fist and Dan. Yeah, guys. You know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to Fist and Dan. Fist and tantalize, Xander Evercool says.
Fist and tantalize. That's good. Yeah.
All right. You guys are sailing. You're not on this. I just can't move you to where I want you to because Roll20 sucks. If you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. But it's not working the way that I want. I kind of got you there. So you're a few days out of wherever the fuck this place is. And you hear Fat Boy from the stern, which is the back of the ship, right?
Yep.
All right, good. Got that one right. Yell out. All right, Ciderin, fuck off with this Sylvanesty pronunciation. That's the way we're going with it from here on out. It sounds cooler, so you're wrong. Yeah, Xander Evercool says Fisty. That's his nickname, Fisty. Yeah. You hear Fat Boy yell out from the stern, "Captain, we've got company." Are you at the helm or is
Yeah. No,
Vanderjack?
Carl. Carl is on.
Oh, you got Carl on the helm. All right.
Carl was on the helm.
Yeah.
And I am imbibing in the wine with Smee and the others.
This is a different day, but you can also be drinking on this
Oh,
new day.
yeah. I mean, it's a barrel.
I bought
It's
a
a new
barrel.
day. You know what?
Oh.
It's evening. Sure. Yeah, why not? It's evening. You guys are having some wine. You got a barrel of wine. Why not?
Right. Exactly.
Approximately where are we?
You are on the map.
map.
Do you see the map?
Oh, is that? Yeah, okay.
I did find
Jadok
the move
on
you
there?
where you are, yes.
Okay. So once we're back by the coast after that initial going away from the coast, Athea would have resummoned the Pegasus and kept it summoned as long as they were traveling by the coast.
Sure. Yeah. That Pegasus, as we like to call it.
No, we don't.
Fist and Pegasus.
I'm feeling a little uncomfortable with that name.
Sylvanesty.
Yikes.
Sylvanesty.
All right.
That
So
is
he
amazing.
yells out-
Why is there a robot voice saying Sylvanesty?
Sylvanesty.
Sylvanesty.
I love it.
You both were wrong.
That's right. The robot is right.
Sylvanesty. Sylvanesty.
I'll stop.
All right. So
I don't know
Fat
what to say
Boy
about
yells
that.
out, "We've got company," right?
Yep.
So so tell me you found us bounty to liberate.
What?
You found us a ship to loot?
Yeah, Cap. Smaller than us, but fast.
Coming up which way?
From the rear.
All right. Wait, are they chasing us? And then he'll make his way up to the bridge and look out the back. What do I see?
You see
The
a
dynasty.
recognizable flag. And if only I could find it on this thing, I would tell you. It is. Oh, I turned the page. All right, you see a white flag with a black skull upon it.
Oh,
And you recognize this as the ship of Mad Boris, which is called the Black Skull. He is a pirate, very famous. You have not encountered him before, but you definitely know of him.
Okay.
So did the rest of us hear this whole thing going on with the
Are you on
Captain
the
Wicket
deck?
Company?
If you're on the deck, then yes. If you were not on the deck, then no. But you guys seem to all be drinking on the deck, so it seems like you would have all heard.
Okay. Yeah, because then as soon as it happened, Athea would head back to her cabin and grab like her little. She's gonna grab this little riding shawl that she wears, and as she's stepping back out of the cabin, the Pegasus is landing on the deck.
All right, you guys notice this
And
Pegasus
yeah.
landing on the deck.
yeah, and she says,
Still cool.
I'll be right back.
Hey, that's Boris's ship.
Yeah, you would know
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah. I say,
So
Oh, and
Yeah.
she actually stops before she
Roll me,
gets to the Pegasus.
Will. Roll me D100. Give
Oh,
me
just
high or
D100?
low. 35%.
35%. Oh, we're going high, baby.
That was
well,
a
Adam, I
38.
was gonna say.
Mm,
Oh.
Almost.
Yeah,
It was higher than 35.
true.
Mm.
What were you gonna say?
Well,
Kim?
I was gonna say that Jadek would run up his flag to show who he is.
Do
Because he
we?
Would you not have had your flag up this whole time? But yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Being a pirate ship, I don't think so.
Pirate ships didn't usually fly their colors. They would fly like fake colors and leave it
Yeah.
down intentionally.
Right, but now
So
that
people
I see
didn't
who
know
it
they
is-
were pirates.
Yeah,
right,
that was
exactly.
kind of common until the battle was
All
on.
right, that's fair.
So yeah, I
I'm
run
not
up
a
my
pirate
flag.
by trade, guys.
Obvious.
So I run up my flag to show, it's the behemoth, and to see what he was like, to see how they react. Like, oh, it's another pirate. Are they going to back off? Are they going to continue to follow?
Oh, that's Boris. He's still coming.
And he apparently is still coming.
Okay. All right. So I think I would.
Now
get
you
the
know,
crew
like this is
ready.
a very famous dude. The
Right.
Pirates, yeah, that's what he looks like, by the way.
Just like that guy.
By the way, have any of you watched the Pirates on YouTube? Like
I'm going to. I have it queued
is
up
so-
to watch.
so
And
good.
it's a sequel, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to the sequel. I gotta watch this. I want to rewatch the first one before I watch the sequel. By the way, you guys on YouTube, when you're not watching this, check out The Pirates. It's a Korean movie. The Pirates exclamation point, I think. I don't remember. But anyway, it's a Korean movie, The Pirates. It's on YouTube, and it is. I think it's on YouTube with ads, but still, it's on YouTube and it's entirely. It is everything you want a movie to be. It's got drama. It's got comedy.
Bold.
It has kung fu. It has romance. It's an anti-whaling polemic. Like, no joke, dude. Like, this is everything in it, and it works. Check it out. They're called The Pirates.
All right. So he's still coming. Am I are we? And I'll even turn to Smee. Are we thinking he's looking for a fight? That he's going to board us?
Oh, he's for sure. He wants the plunders. Little does he know, there's nothing on this ship.
Yep, that's about what's going to happen, Michael. Thank you for showing that.
I would say that we turn into him and then just board his vessel and take his shit.
cut
You
him
want
off.
me to just kill them all now?
No, we need the loot from on board.
Yeah.
I can just kill them all right now.
Please.
So Athea,
And-
seeing this kind of chaos between all of them, Athea just goes, oh, "Okay, fine," and gets on the Pegasus and flies off.
All right. Where are you flying
Okay.
to?
She's gonna stay at a decent distance from the other ship, but is going to like do a little recon.
All right, cool. I'm gonna run and use the bathroom. Somebody plug something. All of you have something you want to plug, so do it.
Plug nothing. We're going to talk strategy. You know, we could.
Hey, you know what? I can talk about this right here. See this fire?
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
On,
Do it.
Let's hear about that, Michael.
Yeah, it's a pretty good story. I like to think because I created it. So, but it is on Amazon, and you can read it for free on your Kindle. So, Firefall and Firefallen. I can spell fire, maybe. But it's a story about a young stable hand that becomes a knight and does some stuff. Falls in love, rescues a lady, fights a witch, other stuff. Very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's what I got.
Oh, what about you, Will?
Well, hold on. I want to talk about this. So we could drop a fireball on this sucker if we wanted to just get rid of it.
I can
Well,
just
hold on.
kill everybody
wizard
who's
here
standing on the deck. So
The wizard says he can kill everybody. So, like, why don't we do?
Oh wait, you can just
And he
kill
turns
the
to-
crew and
turns
keep
to
the
Park.
ship
You're
intact?
gonna just kill the crew.
well,
You can
everybody
just
who's
wipe them all
gathered
out.
around in a nice tight group of say a 20-foot radius up on the deck, when we get close enough, they'll all be dead.
Well, that's not a bad idea, man.
Yeah, I mean that'll make
I'll
it
enter
way
each of
easier.
their minds, and I will.
And he goes, I don't want to know the details. Jadek's like, I don't want to know the details.
I don't know. I
Kind
kind
of
say
glad
you can do
Athea
it.
has already left the ship at this point.
I will enter each of their minds and make them feel my pain.
I can't wait to see what
wow.
happens next.
Okay, fine.
am I the
All
only
right.
one that's
I
getting
think that's a
weirded
good
out by
plan.
him these days?
And Jadek's like, dude, you get used to it. You'll see. It's weird, but yeah, just ride along with it.
All right, let's just before we do anything, let's do an initiative because I feel like each of you has something interesting you want to do, and we will do that in order. We'll add on whatever happens next. So give me a moment to put up the turn order. Okay. Pull
Filling in
yourself
our
onto this
tokens.
map just so you can highlight yourself. We will have a different map momentarily, but for right now, and we'll roll this over.
Well, that's big.
Oops.
Well, I'm already on the map.
Yeah,
By the
so
way,
just-
the character sketch there would have been more like when he was in the the forest there with Rainsinger looking for the tower.
Happier
you don't even
days.
have you created multiple pictures of your character, Gary, and didn't bother to put them on your
No,
character sheet.
I thought about it earlier today, and I decided not to because they are AI generated, and I am trying to just stop. I'm still using LLMs for internal brainstorming and stuff like that, but I'm trying not to put any of that out into the world.
For something like this that we are not making any money on.
I understand. I understand. However, I do not think that they are really ethical tools.
No one
And so
disagrees,
I'm-
but you still need a
Okay.
character portrait.
I'll get something up
So
there. by
whether
next
you're pulling something off of Google or AI, which is also pulling something off of Google, what's the difference in this scenario?
The difference is in how I perceive it. So,
Fair enough.
go.
You
like
know
I
what?
said, I
Fair
will
enough.
have something on there.
I
by
cannot
next
argue that. I cannot argue that. Okay. So right now you look like one of the little tokens from the game Sorry.
Actually, that's what Athea looks like. just a life-size sorry token.
Adam,
Yeah.
do I have anything?
Oh shit, he froze.
No, I didn't.
Do you have anything? What?
Oh.
Add to initiative, I think.
Oh, I'm sure you do. But
Yes,
what the
do you
fuck
have
is
any-
it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I
It's
do.
1. It's 1 plus 1.
Okay, so then I got a 16. You wanna put me up
All
there?
right, hold on. I gotta add you on there. And we're just using main characters right now. We will get into others once we what do you call it? Get to the actual fight, which is coming soon.
Nah, Chris Andrew, he doesn't care about alignment.
Oh, okay.
Are you keeping? No, I am keeping track of alignment.
Oh, nice. Okay, so he says he is.
Yeah. Fog Song murdering a summer crew could impact that. It's possible.
Depends on the crew, right?
Yeah. All right, everybody in?
Yes.
Yes.
I should be on there as a 10. Yep.
All right. This is the best part. Fog Song goes first.
I know, right? Yeah.
Can't wait to see what happens.
I mean, we need
All
to
right.
be
So
within
where's the boat
range.
now? Wait. Where's the boat now?
The
Is it
boat
still
is behind
us?
you. It is catching up. It's probably, we'll say, I don't know how nautical miles work, but it's probably 5 nautical miles behind you, catching up to you.
Okay.
Long
Then
ways.
I will. Then I will.
And you guys are
Break down onto
going.
this
How
deck
fast are
and
you?
start.
Are you going full speed, half speed, quarter? 3/4? Where are you going?
I mean, we're probably going like. I would say like a good 3/4 speed.
Okay, that's fair.
To
And now you
you know,
are
to
now.
maxing out.
Yeah, knowing that you are a large ship, you have a
bigger
good.
ship, yeah.
You got a good head of steam on you, but you know that this smaller, lighter ship is going to be able to catch up to you.
Okay, so I yell out to the crew, prepare to board another ship. I want to pull hard to port. I want to kind of cut them off, slow it down. We're gonna drop a couple of sails, slow the ship down, and then cut it hard to literally block
You're trying
his
to block
path.
him off.
And
All right. So
block him off, and I'm gonna have one of the ogres man the giant. What do you call
Ballista.
it?
the ballista.
Scorpion or
Ballista.
what?
Yeah.
Which you have, I believe, some exploding ballista now.
Oh,
Yes,
you.
we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
And I
They're
gotta-
5.5
But I
miles
think, I'm
away.
pretty sure I have one on each side now, right?
Yes.
Didn't we
Because
do
you
this?
did add. You
Yeah.
did add them. Yeah.
I added
And I
one
think
on
there
each
was
side.
5 altogether, though, if I'm not mistaken. So keep that in mind
5 ballistas,
for the exploding ones.
or the exploding.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
plenty
okay,
of regular
gotcha.
ballistas.
Okay.
That we're not going to bother
All right,
keeping
and I'll
track
tell
of.
them to load up.
Yeah.
load
So all right. So you
one
are.
of the ballistas.
Yeah. So while the ship is starting to turn and block off as best they can this lighter, smaller pirate ship, it is Fog Song's turn.
I mean, they're 5.5 miles away, so I'll have another glass of wine.
He just stands on the stern, drinking a glass of velvet wine. And then we move to Jadek. Your boat continues to do its maneuvers. Athea, is there anything else you want to
Okay.
do, or are you still just... You got a lot going on right now, I feel like.
What do you mean?
No, I'm
Athea
talking
was-
about Jadek.
Oh,
Oh no, I didn't. No, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I just wanted to know because it's your turn.
Yeah, there's a
now.
lot going on. Yeah,
yeah.
we're
So
prepping.
you're doing your work. All right, and Athea,
We're prepping.
you are
Yep,
up
Prepping,
on your
prepping the
Pegasus.
crew.
yep. And she's going to do a little circle of the other ship. Athea does have dark vision, so she is able to see.
It's
relatively
not
well.
night, but that will definitely help you. It is
Yeah.
basically it is sunset.
Okay,
Um,
so it's not really necessary then.
it'll still help. Your dark vision absolutely helps even in sunset. You can like you would be able to see further than a normal human would, for example. How close are you getting to the ship as you're circling it?
Well, I'm going to stay, I would say, just out of short bow standard range.
Okay, that's good to know. On this ship, you see. Roll me a perception check.
Sure.
A 1 for a total of 3.
Yes.
You see a bunch of
Yes.
Minotaur. You can't make out how many.
Okay.
You know, both Will and Kemchan that what was his name?
Oh gosh.
Black Mask,
Well,
No.
the Black Mask.
Black Skull.
Not
Black
Jared.
Skull was the
Black Skull's the ship.
Mad Boris.
Yeah, it's
Mad Boris is in fact a Minotaur.
Oh.
So let me
okay.
ask you a question, Kemchan. We said we don't know
Yeah.
him, but we can retcon some of this. You think you ever worked on his ship, like as a youth?
Mad Boris. Well, in that case, I'm sure I would have known at least of him growing up.
You definitely know of
and
him. Yeah. Do you think you ever
and,
worked for him?
No, the only captain I ever worked for was the captain of the ship I was born on.
That's true. I forgot about that.
And so that's why I took his name.
Do you know?
And he let me take
Does you think Mad Boris knows of you?
I would like to think so.
Roll me a percentile check. I'm gonna give you
course.
50-50, high or low, your choice.
Yeah, high. He's a high percentage he knows of me. How's that?
There you go. I like it.
Aw, damn it, 30.
Never heard of you. You think he's heard of you, but he has never heard of you.
Of course he's heard of me. Come on. Of course he has.
All right.
he's heard some stories, but he thinks they're just that made up stories.
All right, so
Stories.
Thea,
Right,
you're
right.
just circling the ship out of range. You see a number of Minotaur.
There's at least one Minotaur.
You're not. Yeah.
I can't be sure, but I think
Yeah.
there's at least
There
one
might be just
Minotaur.
one moving so fast it looks like multiple. It's really hard to tell.
It's all them horns.
Yeah. You get a little
Confusing.
nervous. It's been a while since you've been up this high. All right.
You know what it is? Is that I'm usually flying around like Palanthas and surrounding areas.
Yeah, you're
Being
used
over
to.
the open ocean is just weird.
Yeah.
We're not over
Yeah,
open
you're a city person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're out in the wilderness and everything is really weird to you. All right. Smeen Bruga.
I'm just waiting, man. There's nothing I can do until we get to.
Where are you waiting and what are you waiting for?
I'm just on the deck waiting for it to get
Just
close
in the
enough.
middle
for...
of the deck?
No, I will be in a place where I can duck behind cover when we get within bow range. There you go.
What a wimp. All right.
What are you talking about? That's not wimp. That's smart.
it's a both. Saren Fox song.
I just continue to wait, and as soon as they get close enough, I will cast a spell.
Oh yeah, they would have gone in between this. They are definitely catching up to you very quickly.
I mean, they were 5.5 miles away the last round, so
Yeah, we'll say that they're 4.5 miles away now. Like they're basically catching up a mile per round.
okay. Well, there's nothing I can do at 4.5 miles either. So
All right.
That's-
Should we skip through until we're closer?
Unless
If no one's
somebody-
gonna do anything, we're just wasting.
Well, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
also gonna put on my gear, my battle armor.
Oh yeah, you'll be able to do all
You
that.
know,
we
gear
can
up,
hand wave, some of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wasn't sure if it needed to be said.
All right. It did, but we'll hand wave the timing of it. So basically, at
Okay.
this point, we have the behemoth. You know what? Let's move everybody to another map. I don't. All right. Everybody remember their initiative. Fox Song 20.15.
Yep.
I have a 10.
Jadek 16, Athea, and Smeen are 10. And we're gonna move this up here to the Behemoth. And we should have another boat. There we go. All right. So this is obviously a little bit different than I initially envisioned. So bear with me as I maneuver. I can't really do this.
Big map.
Yeah, it is. And it's hard for me to so basically, well, right now we're effectively here. You guys see this on the map?
Uh-huh.
No, hold on.
Just look at the top half of it. The bottom half has a bunch of bullshit you don't care about. That's just what the rest of the behemoth looks like. You see the top of it?
Yes.
And again, we're a little bit further behind, but they're basically catching up. You are also you have slowed down in order to sort of match them. You're not able to, based on their speed and the just the momentum you've already been going with the size of this ship, not able to basically turn and and sort of do like a T intersection with them.
Right.
But they are, you're right now they're kind of, almost halfway to your ship as you're turning. You know what? I'm just gonna move it to where it's gonna be. Come on, Roll20. If you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. Ah, for fuck's sake. Jesus. Roll20 fucking sucks. If you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. But what the fuck is going on here? I'm gonna refresh. This is bullshit. Again, Roll20, if you'd like to be a sponsor, we would love to have you. But I can't move my goddamn Minotaur pirate ship, which, what's the fun there? It's still not working. There we go. But I'm losing all of my friends. All of my fucking Minotaurs are in the sea right now.
I did that.
That was your fault?
Yes, I cast a spell and they all jumped.
Yeah, exactly.
All
He's
right.
just being a very effective player.
Yes.
I gotta fucking move all of these assholes individually back onto the ship, which is nonsense. And I gotta take some time. Fuck, and now moving the ship here too. Because Roll20, if you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you.
Well,
Sucks!
to the map layer.
What was that? No, because I need to be able to move the ship around.
Well, yeah, but then you just flip to the map layer, move the ship, and then
You
flip
know what?
yourself back. to the
Michael,
token
stop giving me good advice. Because I should be able to move both the ship and all of its mates at once here on the token layer.
layer. Yeah, you can do it that way too.
No, I can't, apparently, but I should be able to. All right, here we are.
All right, so they're close enough that I can. I mean, are they within 120 feet?
Yes. Where are you? Everyone, put yourself on the map of
Okay,
where
well, I
you should
was standing in the back of the ship waiting for them, but I
Yep.
would have moved to wherever would make most
be.
sense.
We got another Saren. I'm gonna delete over here. Are you on the board, Gary? I don't know where everybody went. There's Jadek. We got Jadek. We got
Yeah, I'm on the
Tesla
board,
off of
too.
Flint.
I forgot Tesselhoff's still with us.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I don't see a Thea and her Pegasus.
I see a
You're
meeple.
muted too, Gary, so we can't understand what you're saying.
Sorry, I had a little background noise here. Yeah, I'm on here. No Pegasus, though.
That's
Just me.
okay. We'll just use you, and when the Pegasus dies and you fall into the drink, we'll call it a victory.
Well, it won't die. It'll just dematerialize.
Yeah, it won't die. The point is killing you.
Mm-hmm.
Because without you, that Pegasus ain't nothing.
So as soon as they are 120 feet away, everybody who's up front there, or where does it look like the captain would be? Is he there at the wheel?
He's at the wheel, basically over here. This is. I'm gonna mark him.
Well, the wheel's in the
as...
front, but right? No.
No, that's the basically to raise the sails.
Oh, okay.
Captain is this little red dot over here.
All right. So centered on him.
Oh, because I reset it. I lost all my fucking shit here too.
So yeah, centered on him. These front couple of people went, but his buddies that are closest to him, that guy way in the back went. But so there's like 5 of them who will all need wisdom saves. Hold on, let me look.
Okay.
Intelligence saves.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah, they were so much better with wisdom. All right.
If their intelligence score is 2 or less, they
It's
cannot
not.
be
They're
affected.
not that stupid. Thank you, Chris Andrew, for cheering 500 bits. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
That's to me, though, baby.
Oh.
I stand there staring at them and find my way into them.
I don't know
Wait,
what that
actually
means.
casting-
But it's super creepy. What is it?
I think Jadek would want to be like, well, at least give him a warning, like give the captain a warning, like don't do this.
Great. It's
I
I
not
Literally
just
your
stand there, I sip my wine,
turn, but in your turn you can.
and
Okay.
then
I think
they make their
go ahead.
saves.
All right, hold on. Yeah,
As
so 5.
psychic as I attack each of them psychically.
All right, so 5, you say?
It looks like about 5 of them centered on the captain. Alright. And the DC is 17.
None make it.
Alright, so they will take 8d6 psychic damage.
Nice.
All right. And what do they see?
They are seeing the death of Rainsong and being murdered by both a white and black robe wizard.
Mm.
So they'll each take 32 points of psychic damage.
Oh shit! All right. I mean, they're still up, but they're like half as good as they used to be.
And I take another sip of my wine as I stand there without saying a word. And that's synaptic static is the actual spell, by the way.
That means nothing to me. So you just tell me what happens is fine. 35.
Okay, and by the way, this is a concentration spell.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So there, after a failed save, the target has muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all of its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as its constitution saving throws.
You realize you're gonna need to
Target.
remind me of that every time, right?
Yeah, and they can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of their turns. Otherwise, it's for 1 minute. That they
Alright.
are.
What happened to my music, dude? That's the first time we've ever run out. All right. All right,
And
that's
actually,
fog.
it's not a concentration. I was thinking it was, but it's not.
Holy shit. That's a OP spell that I hate. All right.
That's one of the best spells in the game.
Yeah, apparently so.
I also have that spell.
You know what? You can't use it. How about that?
I wasn't going to, but
You know what? You should, because
I
it's
do.
really fucking cool.
I
all
did
right.
consider it.
Jadek.
Okay. Jadek will call out to the captain and be like, "You don't want to do this. I mean, my wizard has already kind of taken out half your crew. I think you should just continue sailing, Captain."
And he looks at you. And he says, "Huh. Is that Jadek-owned Entergrath?"
And
Never.
at which point he turns to speak of, "See, he's heard of me."
And he
Should not have
says,
been shocked if he hadn't.
one who never bothered to sail with his own. Kill him, boys!
Oh boy.
Ouch.
To that, Jadek will just shout. Now he's just pissed. He definitely hit a nerve there. He's like, "My own shunned me," and I turn to my crew and I go, "Take him down!" And then Fat Boy fires off the thing.
All right. Well, yeah, Fat Boy, we'll move him up here. Oops, that's not Fat Boy. That's the whole fucking Minotaur ship. I cannot move Fat Boy. Somebody move Fat Boy, because I can't do it.
Are they on a different layer?
I don't know, man.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like
I'm
it.
gonna move this to
I
the
can't.
token layer, I mean to the map layer, and then. All right, now I can move him. He's up here, and we'll move the swashbuckler over here somewhere, and help it out with some. Chris Andrew cheers 100 bits. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Ah,
To Jadek, that was cool, is the response. So Jadek gets 1.
thanks.
All right. So we'll do the ogres on your turn. They are going to shoot. This is going to be +3. 12. That will hit the boat and do
My boat or there?
no, their boats.
Okay.
A D8 plus 3d6 explosion. So 2.
Can I roll the d8?
No, I just did it. But yes, next time you can. So that's 14 points of damage to the boat.
So is it sinking yet?
No.
I already had a lot of holes.
Now, think about how cool it would be to have 2 boats by their admiral.
No. Nope.
Because you have plenty of people to take 15 Minotaurs. All right. The Minotaur ship clamps, well, basically slams into the side of the behemoth. It's a smaller ship. That being said, the Minotaurs take these grappling hooks, or for whatever they use in pirating worlds, but basically the same type of thing. Throw them over, and they clamp onto the ship, and they're pulling it closer. The others are laying down these planks, so they are able to move from one ship to the other.
So wait, are you saying that this smaller ship is the same height as the
No.
behemoth?
But it's
Okay.
not that. Keep in mind, it's not that. It's much thinner. It's not that much shorter because these are minotaurs, which are, as you can
Okay.
see, pretty big.
Okay, fair enough.
So they are able to get. I mean, again, it's going to be. They're going to be running uphill on these planks. It's not going to be a level playing field.
So you're saying I have the higher ground?
You do have the higher ground, and
Yeah.
reminds me how shitty those prequels, Star Wars prequels were. So while the idea makes sense, those movies suck. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Come on,
You're right.
come on. I gotta get. Some of us have lives outside of this. Come on, keep it moving.
We're gonna end at midnight. Don't worry.
In 2 minutes?
Well, thereabouts.
Yeah, that's what I mean with this.
I'm
group.
waiting
It could
for a
be-
good ending here, and this is Smeen Bruga's opportunity to give us one.
Okay.
What number are we on initiative wise, by the way?
I don't know where.
Ten.
number it
I
is.
just went.
So
just-
Athea's goes, I guess, after Speen then?
Yes.
Or
Now
which one of
we've
us-
changed it. Yes, for some reason it's changed over when we switched over.
Just remember, your captain has a D6 negative to his, attacks and checks and
My
various.
captain hasn't fucking gone yet, man. So
I'm just saying, for any of his command abilities, he's not going to be as effective as he would have been a minute ago.
all right, but he's still pretty effective because he's that kind of captain. Smeen.
He runs to the gunwale of the ship where one of the planks is coming up,
Okay.
and will prepare to repel boarders.
Can you
Hold an
move your
attack.
character to that spot?
Sure.
Because we will need to remember this for next time.
Let's say that's one of them.
Perfect. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. There's you got like 5 guys right there. That's a perfect spot. All right, Athea. Let's end this for the evening. What do you got? Or Fog
Okay.
Song. Who knows what Fog Song?
Athea is on her Pegasus back. She gets closer to the other ship there, and starts just jamming, like just a huge amount of music just blasting out of her, and this like fireworks just shooting out behind her as she drops a hypnotic pattern on these guys.
All right. What needs to happen here?
This is a wisdom saving throw, and because Athea uses a special magical instrument for this, everyone has disadvantage on that.
Oh, you suck. I never should have given you that. I didn't know that was part of the deal.
Any charm effects I get?
I think you actually did tell me this. I just forgot about it. So what? How many of them are affected by this?
So I'm sorry. It's a 30-foot cube. So however many of them I can fit on the back half of their ship within a 30-foot cube.
All right. Well, we're gonna.
Well,
do
that's the same half that Fog Song put his spell on.
Oh, I thought Fog
it?
Song was at the front.
No, he has it on the back as well. Well, here's what we do.
I was
Don't worry, we're
I
doing
was
it.
told this guy with the red dot was the captain.
Yes.
So this
Yeah,
right here would be the
so that's what
people
you
that are
said,
affected.
So, on the ones in the
all right.
front.
So 30 foot square. And you want it centered on the captain?
Yeah, I mean, if we center on the
If I center it
captain-
here, can you see this?
Yeah, actually move it over one to the right, and that will get everyone behind the main sail.
Not
One
really.
square to the right. Yes,
Oh
it
yeah,
does.
it will. It will. You're right.
Yeah,
All right,
okay, so
fuck
that's where I
you.
drop it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them.
Yes.
All right, wisdom
So
save.
they are now at the Athea Green Mist experience.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
And
All
yeah,
right.
the DC is 18.
Fuck. One makes it.
Really? Which one?
The captain.
Oh, the first one there.
Because
Yeah.
fuck up. Yeah. Everybody else is what? Fucked up?
Incapacitated with a speed of 0.
All right. I am going to, because we are going to end shortly, we'll put these little snails on there for them. So we know.
They
which
also
one.
are stupid. Don't forget.
All right. So we'll put a little dopey thing and a snail on them. So we know that they're slow and stupid. He's also slowed, I think, right?
The captain's stupid.
He's stupid.
The
That's
captain's
what I meant.
slowed.
Now let's hope everyone on the ship realizes to attack the ones at the front.
That's up for you to yell. You still have a a free action. You can say that too.
That's true. Attack the ones at the front.
So yeah, I don't know that I would for this group. Just assume.
If Fog Song gets his turn back, he'll have the blue guy up here as an elemental on that vessel.
We will start with you next
Front.
time.
The range of that is 90 feet, so
I don't know why there's two of you on here.
right there, boom, the elemental can appear.
All right. Well, we will start with that next time. As this ends. So, by the way, this was I thought was going to be a much more difficult battle than it appears it's going to be. That being said, you know what? Fuck it. We're just fucking around with ship battles here, and I think it was Xander Evercool who mentioned more ship battles in this game than any other I've ever played or seen. I love it. We have grabbed quite a few.
That's
We
true.
have a Minotaur ship captain. We're gonna put as many ship battles in here as we can, guys.
There you go.
Yeah.
And this actually happened to be one that was in the module that is also super important. So that helps. But anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out with us on D&D Fridays for Atomic Peanut Butter Group Presents DragonLance: Dragons of Deceit, Part 2. Man, we're going through these modules. I'm having a lot of fun, especially now that we're out of Dragons of War, which was way too long. This one I don't think will be as long, just based on the size of the module. That being said, once we get to Sanction, assuming they all live, anything could happen really from there. There are no such thing as obscure deaths here. Anyone can die at any moment. By the way, Jadek has a heart attack and dies on the ship. He's done. Oh, ooh, that sucked. But eat healthier. Well, I'm gonna. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We will be back next time. Maybe next week, although we don't have Kemchan, and we are in a sea battle, so we may want to wait until Kemchan's back, but we'll figure that out during the week.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we may want to wait until Kemchan's back the following week, as long as everybody else is good for that. But we'll work on this throughout the week, and we'll see what happens.
The following week would be Black Friday.
Hell yeah.
Be all
Oh.
exhausted from your shopping or
I'm not
anything.
shopping on Black. I'd rather pay twice as much than deal with the savages on Black Friday. Where's the Cyber Monday? That one sounds better for me, where I don't need to leave my house.
Right? Cyber
I
Monday.
can't believe we're already at Thanksgiving here in
know
America.
it.
That's crazy.
Yep, and it gets faster the older you get.
No shit. I'm learning this now, and now your old man wisdom. I'm finally understanding.
It'll rub off, because it always does. It
does.
rubbed off on me from
Yeah.
the guys above me.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will figure out when the next time we're going to play, either this week or next week. Kemchen is worth waiting for, Brominar says. Absolutely. I agree 100%. So anyway, we might
Make
take
an old man feel good.
we might take a week off. Maybe we'll do something else on Friday. Who knows? I got Honey Heist in my back pocket, guys. Anyone want to play Honey Heist on Friday?
You can try it out, yeah.
Sure, why not?
That'd be
Why
interesting.
not? Maybe we'll do a special edition Honey Heist Miami '85
Nice.
on Friday. Anyway, but whatever we do, we hope you guys will be there to watch us. And for Gaz, Kim-chan, Michael, and Will. Player. I don't know what that was, but I also don't know. I kind of liked it.
It's from the Great White North, man.
I don't know anything about Canada.
Oh, that show SCTV you never watched.
No, that's not my thing.
Never mind.
That's Stefan.
There's other people digging on it though.
Take off, hoser.
See, you got it. Yeah.
I am Adam saying goodnight. Be kind to one another. Be safe out there. And we will see you next time on DragonLance. Bye-bye.
I know.